Hello, hello, hello. We back at it again with a new Kevin Samuels reviewed video. And with such videos comes whether I would agree or disagree. And Kevin and I are similar in age, only a couple years apart, maybe 2 years apart. So I probably would have understood where he came from. I probably would have agreed with him, but some things we probably don't agree on because I am a female and he is a male. So I'm reviewing some of his videos to see where I would have differed compared to now as opposed to when he said what he said. So without further ado, we will get into the video. It's called So I'm Supposed to Settle for a Regular Guy?
A regular type dude.
How tall are you?
I am 5'3".
Dress size?
I am a medium.
Dress size? Number?
A 10.
How much did you weigh last time you weighed yourself?
157.
Fresh face out of the shower, just your natural face. On a scale from 1 to 10, what would you
This
rank
is
your
my
looks?
natural face.
Okay, fresh face out of the shower, your natural face. You can't use 7. What would you rank yourself? 1 to 10.
A 6.
Okay. A 6 is right above average. A 5 is average, right? You're 5'3", 100, a dress size 10, so that's above average weight. 5'3", you should be roughly dress size 4. 4'6", 125 pounds. Even if I believe you're 157, 160, you're almost 33 pounds, 33% over your ideal target weight. And you have listen. If you're average to cute looking, if you're below average health from a weight standpoint, and you have 2 children, overall, does that make you below average, average, or above average? Factor all those things in together.
Average.
So why should you get anything over? Then why should you get above average? What do you mean settle for? You should get what you are.
I see millionaires with average women all the time.
But see, here's the problem, lady. You're not average. You're below average. You're below average, so I'd give you a 3. But that's neither here nor there. You can hope for whatever you want to hope for. It's going to be the person who's looking at you and saying, is she worth X, Y, and Z? Whether she's worth $5, the milkman, rich man, medium man. It's all depends on what he finds attractive, okay? I don't think you're attractive in that way. I don't think you should be able to attract a man in that caliber because you're probably a little bit overweight. Looks like your titties are big. Face is not that good looking. 3 at best. Hair not put together. Got a band on. There's many things that are wrong. Maybe you could change those things and maybe there might be a different outcome. But for now, you're below average.
They don't have big chest tattoos either, and 2 other kids. Man, I'm just saying. Okay, I want to. No. I mean, let's be honest. Why should an average woman say she's settling for an average man? Maybe
Ain't
that
nothing wrong with it. Wait.
No, you said so I should just settle. No, you said that. Listen. You said so I should just settle for an average guy, and I'm like, you're an average woman. Why should you not get?
I would be settling. I mean, he could. I mean,
Why would you be settling and he wouldn't? So what would he be doing? Would he be upgrading?
He don't got no money. So if he don't have no money,
you ain't fine enough for no money.
I'm not fine enough for money.
No. You're
Average
6.
Women,
You're 5. You're 5. You said you're 6, ma'am. You said you're 6. You don't get money. You get second shift at the plant. Did you go to college?
No, I didn't.
He said second shift at the plant. Now, that's kind of harsh. But the reality is you got to do a little bit more sprucing up in order to qualify for some of the shit that you're asking for. And I get it. Men are visual. That's the only reason. It's nothing to do with X, Y, and Z. Men are visual. You're trying to get the best price for the goods that you're putting out there. It is what it is. You don't like me saying that, but it is what it is. You're looking for the best price for the goods that you're going to put out there. And if this is the goods that you're going to put out there, it ain't a high price that you're asking for. Stop asking for $1 million when you're only worth 10. Okay? Stop asking for something that you're not worth. I'm not saying the looks is everything. What I am saying is looks are everything if they look like you.
Okay, ma'am.
I have my own business.
Congratulations. Don't care. Ma'am, you got 2 children. And you said you are 6. I give you 5, 6. Your numbers together would be average. So why? So an average man would be upgrading to get you.
Look, I didn't say.
I'm asking, ma'am, because we're just having a conversation. You said you'd be settling, so by extension, he would be.
So I guess we'll be settling for each other.
Well, no. But my issue is, you said settling for him. That means you'd be getting something less than what you deserve. When we settle, we get less.
I already have everything that I need. If he's not adding to me, then that will be settling, right?
Fabian, I want you to understand what I asked you last night. I asked this question oftentimes with Black women. If you have to work as hard today or harder if you want children with a husband, would you rather have a husband or be single? And almost 100% of the time, Black women would say, if I have to work as hard as I am today with a husband, I'd rather be single, because a husband is not, just by being a man ain't enough. He's supposed to make her life easier. That is why I have no problem telling women to die alone. It is not our job to make women's lives easier. It's our job to protect, provide, but that's not necessarily easy. It's harder. Relationships are hard. So, ma'am, you got all the things you need.
Yeah, but the thing is, you're making it sound as though, or you're insinuating that they don't bring anything to the table. Women bring just as much as men bring to the table. They bring the same characteristic. It depends on what the man wants. It depends on what the woman wants. Okay, protection, provision, all of those things encompass a whole slew of things, but you don't do them every day. Fit, feminine, and friendly encompasses a whole bunch of things, but you don't do those every day either. But those are baselines. So expecting her to come with more, cook, clean, and all that. If I got involved with a man right now and he said, do you cook and clean? I'd be like, hell fucking no. I don't have any kids to clean. We both, between you and I, we can figure out how to feed ourselves. So that would be an immaterial question that you would be asking someone like me. So I'm saying she should understand where she's at on the scale. Unfortunately, she doesn't. This is one of the delusional people who don't understand what letter of the alphabet she is. And she has a big fat F so far. Because she's asking for stupid shit that no human being, no woman should be asking for. A regular average guy, there's nothing wrong with him. As long as you know how to take a bath, shower, communicate, emotionally intelligent, you could probably work with him.
Except somebody to share life with. And the man who can meet your standards, okay? Can he meet other women's standards? Okay, then why should he not get the best? If he can meet your high standard, he can meet another woman's standard. And all I'm saying is that why should a man have to settle for a woman with 2 kids? Because you got a business?
They don't have, Kevin, they don't have to settle for me.
But you said you'd be settling for him.
Okay, just like you, Kevin, you say that high value men are supposed to have money, right? That's what you say. So if they don't have money, that means their value is low, right?
No.
And you go off women.
No. If you want to know, no. High value men, that's a completely different component. That's less than 10% of men. Mm-hmm. And high value men get high value women who are in high demand. Right. That's not your category.
Because I got kids, right?
You're not, ma'am. Yes. Would you say that you're a woman that's in high demand or most wanted?
I could be. I mean, yeah, I could be. I mean,
You could be. So okay. So
can I tell
listen. Don't
Can
hold
I
on.
tell you about myself?
Hold on.
We don't need to hear about yourself. We understand what you are. We don't need to hear. We only need to hear a couple things from you, and then we can read you. Let Kevin read you. But see, the reality hits a lot of people wrong, and they hate to be told how they really are. And she doesn't want to hear that. Let me tell you about me. What do you mean? You own a business. You got 2 kids. You're big. You got tattoos on. You're halfway ugly. All of these things are negatives. Come on now.
Oh, ma'am, you're 37 with 2 children. Where in the world do women who are average to above average look, average to cute, who are a little overweight with 2 kids, where are these women in high demand?
Kevin, I'm working on myself. So if
No, ma'am, I asked a very specific question. It's not because you're working on yourself. That's fine, but that
and you're not ready. So why are you on here asking for something you're not ready or qualified for?
doesn't mean you're in high demand.
I can get there, can I?
And see,
So you mean to tell me if I can lose 20 pounds? And
80 years ago, with a woman in your position, even without the children, 80 years ago, would a woman in your position be with the top 10% man?
You said 80
years ago. 80 years ago. Would she be with a man in the top 10% of all men? 80 years ago.
Yeah.
No. There are a limited amount of these men to go around. Ma'am, this one I want you guys to understand, especially in the Black community. You're an average woman by any stretch of the imagination. And I think that's being fair. Average at best is more likely the term. Average at best would be pretty fair.
Okay,
but listen.
I'm listening.
But the issue is, so I got to settle for an average man. That's not settling. That's getting what you can afford to buy on the sexual marketplace.
Okay, so if I wanted a high value man, what do I do?
Be reincarnated.
That's wild. That's wild. Wow. I even feel bad for her because I know what he's saying. You're not plain ordinary English. Let's just be blunt. You're not attractive enough to get this type of man, or you shouldn't be. Nobody's saying there's not outliers and things like that, but you're not attractive enough for this type of man because he's looking for the most attractive woman. If all things being equal, and you had equal women in the room, just like you, who were 36 or 37, had 2 kids, 3 kids, whatever, and they were overweight, tattoos, all that good stuff, why would he pick you over those women? And you don't have anything outstanding to say. You don't have anything outstanding to offer him. So you just don't qualify. And that's all we're trying to do, is tell you that you don't qualify. We didn't say anything about X, Y, and Z, about what you work at, what you do, profession, all that. Nobody cares because you're too unattractive to even ask for what you're asking for. I am saying that to me, but I'm not a man, so I don't know what is attractive for a man. I'm saying from my conditioning, you're not attractive enough. Has nothing to do with skin tone. Has to do with the overweight, the tattoos, the ugly look on the face. The mug is just ripe. Just ripe.
You can't get one. I'm gonna be honest, you can't. You're 37 with 2 kids. If they're less than 10% of the men, why would he pick you over a woman with no children?
But Kevin, I talk to pretty good high value. I go on dates with high caliber men.
Yes, they will go on dates with you. They will talk to you. They'll have sex with you.
We talk about marriage. We talk about marriage.
I want you to understand this is what the issue is, because I've talked about this for a year and a half, because men will deal with you. What man of value, who is a high value man recognized by other men of value, what man that fits in that category is seriously vetting you to be a wife today?
I'm talking to someone now. I'm been dating this guy now who's pretty high value, and we've been talking.
How old is he?
He's 51.
And what makes him high value?
He owns his own car dealership, and he has multiple businesses. He owns.
I mean, we are making the assumption that the man is above qualification. The man is above par. Just because he has money and things like that doesn't mean that he's above bar. He's not above board. If he's entertaining her, he's not in the caliber of high value men. He's just a regular, ordinary Joe Blow looking for him some easy snatch. Okay. She thinks because I've been sleeping with him, talking to him, X, Y, and Z, I qualify. You might have got a rich man before, but that rich man just hit it and quit it. So that's all they want. And you're not the prize in which they're going to go after first if they want just to hit and quit. This is wild.
Own houses. Like he's doing pretty good for himself. He's probably not rich, but
ma'am, being high value is more than just money.
He got a good head on his shoulders. He got a good personality. He take care of himself. He work out. He don't even look like he.
Oh, Jesus Christ, ma'am. I'm trying to be reasonable, but it's more than just money. And
you ain't trying to be reasonable. Just tell her that she's too ugly for what she's asking for. That's all you got to do.
I'm saying a man,
but he's got to play to the audience. He's got to make her see, and she can't see. This is the delusion that she has. She cannot see that she's too ugly to qualify for what she.
And like, okay, why would a man? How can I say this without sounding rude? I'm trying to. Why would a man who has this going on, and what state are you in?
I am in Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay, I just said state. But anyway, why would a man who's choose a woman like that? Okay, if you say he's high value, to me, when I talk about high value, it's not just money. It's over a period of time. It's what you do. It's also men of value must recognize you as a peer or a potential peer. You got to have a network of high value men and others, and you must be useful to others in a group. So you judge a man not just on his money, by his network, by other men who say, yeah, that's a man of value. He's a mover or shaker, a most eligible. Okay, man, but these men don't settle. They don't settle. They don't get women who are. There are men on YouTube right now saying, I don't know what I'm talking about being high value. But here's one thing that they do agree with me on. They don't take a woman with children. They don't. I've had men who vehemently disagree with me on a lot of things. They don't listen to me, but unanimously, we don't take another man's children because that's not even in their mindset. They don't.
And here's the thing. Now you got regular Joe Smo, who doesn't qualify as a high value man, talking about, I don't take another man's kid. You're not high value. You only qualify for Bum Keisha. You're not high value. You only qualify for the chick who flip fries. You're not high value. You don't have all of those 5 things. You're not recognized like that. You only qualify for Bum Keisha at the local factory. Warehouse worker. You only qualify for that. Who gets her paycheck every Friday and is spent by Monday. You only qualify for that woman. Now, the problem I had with him is all of these average Joe Blows out here think they're supposed to be high value and they're supposed to give demands like, I'm not marrying somebody with kids. You only deserve somebody who has kids. You're no more above this woman right here. She started her own business. She doing her own thing. Got big titties, 2 kids, halfway decent profession, can halfway decently talk, but she's below average in looks. You only qualify for that. Some of y'all most of you only qualify for that. So why is it that we got in tandem, in rhythm, in lockstep You average, below average dudes talking about, oh, I don't take women with children. You only deserve that because you're giving out marriage dick and you're giving babies to other women. And if you have children, then you automatically qualify for these are the women that you qualify for. Automatically. Okay? This is the problem. This is what most of you ran amok. Oh, I don't take women who have children. You're not high value. You don't deserve nothing but somebody who got 5 kids and 5 baby daddies. Shut your ass up. Let's not get besides ourselves. Kevin wasn't high value either. He was just a regular, ordinary individual. He was talking about men who are recognized as their peers. And I don't even qualify. I don't even take that particular statement about men to say they're high value because a lot of you are degenerate and you still make a lot of money. Look at freaking T.I. and freaking Shannon Sharp. Come on. Okay? So, yes, I get what he's saying with her. But don't get beside yourself thinking you're the high value man when you only deserve somebody like her. She don't deserve no more than what her looks can qualify for. She's not a beautiful woman, period.
So you ladies can call it what you want, and I'm thinking, how long have y'all been dating?
2 weeks now.
I said seriously, but considering you to be a wife in 2 weeks, ma'am. Yep.
I said we've been talking about it.
Ma'am, that's what I'm saying, ma'am. I said, what man of value who's recognized by other men of value is seriously betting you to be a wife? And you said this man, you ain't known this dude for 2 weeks.
From the streets, I'm a bitch from the streets. I get the money.
The only reason I'm pushing this hard, ma'am, is because it triggers me when I hear average women talking about settling for average men. And I'll be honest.
Why do it trigger you?
Be 2 weeks.
From the streets, I'm a bitch from the streets. I get the money.
The only reason I'm pushing this hard, ma'am, is because it triggers me when I hear average women talking about settling for average men. And I'll be honest.
Why do it trigger you?
Because you'd be lucky to get an average man. He would be settling for you. He would be settling for you to have to deal with you, 2 children from somebody else. Yes, ma'am, that's why. Because
say something.
You asked, let me finish. He'd be settling for you because
Because I got 2 children?
Amongst other things, yes.
He said amongst other things, yes. That's brutal. He said reincarnated. Wow. She still don't get it.
I mean, I'm a good person to get along with. So.
That may be, ma'am. That may be. You could be a perfectly lovely person, but there are other women who are perfectly lovely people who are childless and more physically appealing.
That's fine.
So ma'am, by definition, see, that's the thing. The kind of men you ladies talk about you want, they are rare. They are. For every man that falls into your category, there are thousands of women that want him. He can only have one wife. That's why.
Wouldn't that be a fucked up thing if all the beautiful women came at one man and that one man picked her? All the beautiful women in the world came at this one man and he picked her. Possibility is possible, but the probability is fucking astronomical. And she's talking about the astronomical thing. And when I hear men say, oh, she got baby, I ain't gonna deal with you, you only qualify for that. A lot of men only qualify for that too. Now I see what he's talking about. You only qualify for X, Y, and Z. Okay? Don't get beside yourself. You're not high value. She's nowhere near high value female. Yeah, she's right up your alley. You need to take her, deal with that home cooking, that below mediocre sex, that gaga, and keep it moving.
He gonna have a lot of wives. I mean,
no. He gonna have a lot. He gonna cheat a lot, but he gonna have one wife. He can only marry one person. It's called bigotry. All right, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. No, that's enough. You can only have one
It's
wife. Don't.
okay.
No. That's all. You can only have one wife. Nope. You sat there and why did you marry your baby daddy?
We grew apart.
This is
We grew apart.
Jesus, don't say it. You grew. Whew, softball. You grew apart. Was that before or after the second child?
The second child, we was getting into arguments and stuff. So it's
So, and how long were y'all together?
we was together since we were teenagers.
See, that's the problem. There's another problem, man. You get no higher than your baby daddy. Because men look at a woman and then she look at her children because men say, I'm not gonna go raise a lesser man's child. That's what happens.
You think all men think like that?
You think I got 1 million subscribers on each platform because I don't know what I'm talking about? You think I can do this night in, night out, and people co-sign? Ma'am, y'all would be better off to realize that more men think like this because the results show they do.
Yeah, the results show they do because they follow you because you say what they want to say. But that's not how the world actually turns around, because there's plenty of them dealing with women that you say shouldn't deal with. And now that we know other things, we know you're talking.
You're almost like a mirror copy of Average at Best. The video that sparked a lot of this. She only had 1 kid, you got 2. Yes.
You trying to make it seem like I'm you trying to
I'm
make it
saying
like
I'm making it seem. No,
I'm
I want you to
better.
understand that how we came in is the same thing that she said. You saying I would have to settle for an average man, and this is a men's platform. What do you think you were saying to all the men that are average men when you say that you will be settling for them? 50% of men are average or below. You don't have a problem offending them.
No, I don't want to offend nobody.
When you say you settle for, okay, ma'am, if I said I settled for you, would that make you feel good?
A lot of people settle.
If I said I settled for, don't see, when a woman doesn't answer a question directly, she's attempting to be deceptive.
Yes, I'll be mad. Yeah, I'll be mad.
Right. Thank you. So don't play with me. So when you say you're going to settle for an average man, you don't mind offending them. So I have no problem telling you why I think it's crazy for an average woman. Average, you say you're 6, I'll give you a 6, 5, 6. Okay, fine. But all the other things, man, put you below average.
Oof.
I want you to listen. Let's take it away from you and me. Let's take it away from you and me and looks and everything else because it's too personal. Okay, let's do this. Okay, let's reset the table. Okay. Where would it make sense for a high school graduate who graduated with a C, a 2.0, and C, a 2.0, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would it make sense somebody like that demanding to get into Harvard, Princeton, MIT, Stanford?
No.
Would they be settling for junior college?
No.
You're JUCO. Junior college. 2.0. But the way you talk and women like yourself talk is like you deserve to get into Princeton, Harvard, MIT, Stanford. When you're a 2.0, going to junior college.
Can I say something?
Sure. I mean, and understand, people go to junior college and get associates, decide to go to junior college and go to a 4-year. And it will be far better in the world for women who are average to get with an average man, because an average man provides a woman options. But I don't want you to get with an average man and feel like you're settling. You need to treat that man with respect, because a man is worth more than a goddamn paycheck.
I would never. I mean, if I'm in a relationship with somebody, why would I disrespect them?
I'm talking about women in general. And well, you disrespected them by saying settling. That's why. That's disrespectful.
It's a matter of both of you settling, because most people don't get 100% of what they want. And I get the settling part. I get it. And he's not settling either. he's getting what he wants. If you get what you want and you only want 3, 4, 5 things, then you're getting what you want. To put a person in a box and say, I settled for you, that means you weren't good enough for me and I should not have settled. And that's no way to get into a relationship. That's no way to get into a marriage. I settled for you. Oof.
That's disrespectful. Saying I'm settling is a condescending, disrespectful tone.
Yes, on men's side and women's side. So if you say I settled for her, ain't no way no woman need to go over there if you say that. And ain't no way a man should go over there if a woman says that.
Just like you say, you would feel some kind of way if I said I settled for you. But my grandmother settled for my grandmother had a 6th grade education. My grandfather had a 4th grade education. She settled for him and gave us a family legacy that we are still trying to measure up to. We are not doing nearly as well as the people who had less education and more hard circumstances in the Black community before us. We are not good stewards of their legacy. And part of the reason is because our women are so out of line. You think you're settling or should get more, and you can't get more. There are only a handful of these men.
Well, we're not all looking for that man. As I explain to people, biology is a different thing. We say we want this one, but we get with this one. Biology and attraction is different from me calling you out saying I want a smart guy, a youthful guy, a funny guy, X, Y, and Z guy. My biology is different. So I'm going to probably not match it up with what I actually said that I wanted. I try. That's our problem. That's the women's problem. She always tries to match her sexual desire or her sexual attraction to what she says she wants, and it never matches up. It never comes out right. Men don't care about the character. He cares about the sexual attraction. And then he'll figure out the female later. But the sexual attraction is the first thing. And I'm not saying discount it. What I am saying is you have to take into account an attraction. An attraction doesn't always match up with profession and money and what I'm supposed to deserve. Because a lot of people deserve dirt nats. But do we give it to them? No, we don't.
But the rest of women get men who roughly around their area. Yes, it's okay to want something better. It's okay to graduate with a 2.0 and want to get into Princeton or want better, but you got to be realistic and pick. Now, again, everybody who thinks I'm being a little harsh or whatever, she's 37 with 2 kids and still hasn't put together any real thought about what a marriage or a relationship should be.
That's true. I have to admit that is true. She's on some goofy track. She feels like she's entitled to something more than what she is, which is going to get her messed up in the game. So I would say you need to figure out what you qualify for, figure out what lane, what aisle somebody's going to pick you up in, figure out and swerve in that lane, do the thing, do the dance in that lane, stay in your lane. Don't be over here with the high value men, because the high value men don't want somebody like you. You're sort of like a penguin in a water full of sharks. You're just going to get ate, spit out, and cast aside. That's not what you want. This is not what you want. And she just doesn't see it. I get what he's saying, but he won't say it up front. What he really means to say is you're too ugly for what you're asking for. And I'm too tired of fuck around and tell you.